Welcome to Seneca Lady Indian Softball on KNEO 91.7 FM with live audio and video online at kneo.org. This broadcast is a sporting outreach of the KNEO Sports Network. You're listening to the official pregame show of the Seneca Lady Indians. Now let's go to the game site for all the action.
And a pleasant good Tuesday afternoon as we welcome you here to Aurora, Missouri. We get set for high school softball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network. I'm Ben Wolcott, joined by Coach Daryl Harbaugh for all the action here this afternoon as Seneca comes in 2-9 on the season, and so do the Aurora Lady Hounds. They also come in at 2-9 overall. 0-2 in Big 8 play. I'm Ben Wolcott, joined by Coach Daryl Harbaugh. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy. And Daryl, we should have a fun one here this afternoon, and I think you're looking for a lot better performance from the Lady Indians today. Yesterday gave up 14 runs. You know, that happens if you have hits. I think the bigger thing that they're looking for is to try and clean up a little bit on the errors. The errors is kind of what killed them. 8 errors yesterday afternoon in that contest versus Carl Junction, and I didn't tally it up completely, but you have to think of those 14 runs. I would think at least 7 or 8 of them were unearned.
Yeah, you got you know as well as I do. We talk about it all the time. Walks and errors, and it just snowballs effect. And a lot of those errors, it's different than when you write down an error, something happens, and it's also different when the coach looks at it and is the mental errors that you're not in the right spot at the right time. That to me, that's just more errors, and all you're doing is allowing the other team to have the snowball effect and produce runs and run bases and. Yeah, it's not a very good success, not a good formula for success.
Yeah, you kind of saw that yesterday. I mean, you look at the first inning, 4 runs given up in the first, 3 of them scored via errors. Again, in the second, there were no errors, but there was a walk in the inning. In the 4th inning, they scored 3 more runs, 1 of them on an error and a pass ball, which technically isn't an error, but in your mind, I know it is. And then in the 6th, they scored a couple more runs, and they were on errors as well. So they're looking to rebound here this afternoon, and they're 1-1 in Big 8 play, and looking to improve to 2-1.
Well, they've had a couple good games in a row where they've played well, and they know they can do it. So, you've got to hey, let's get back to doing what we're doing, and let's get back to see if we can't play some better defense and see if we can't eliminate the errors and see if we can come hit the softball some and come out with them and put some pressure on the other team and maybe come out with a win.
Go ahead, take our first time out of the afternoon. Come back with more after this on the KNEO Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Happy Egg supports the family farmer because they've seen the difference a choice like this can make. Now you can grow for Happy Egg and choose to raise hens the right way, the happy way. When you grow for Happy Egg, you're growing for a family-owned and operated business. You're raising happy hens on 10-plus acres who will lay happy eggs. You're working for yourself. As a Happy Egg grower, you'll receive new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Visit happyegg.com/grower to apply today.
Churches everywhere preach that heaven and hell are real, and that a relationship with Jesus Christ is the only way to get to heaven.
When you hear such a message, you can do one of two things.
Billy Graham.
First, you can reject it, laugh it off, take it lightly, or you can weigh the facts, heed the warning, and gauge your life and actions accordingly, and repent of your sins, and turn to Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior.
So what does repent of your sins mean? It means you're sorry for the sins that you've committed, and you ask the Lord to help you stop sinning.
It is never too late to repent, never too late to turn to Christ. All the way through the scriptures, it teaches that God is a God of love, forgiveness, and mercy.
And He wants you to know all three. Someone is ready to talk with you right now when you call 888-388-2683. That's 888-388-2683. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And we welcome you back as still about 15 minutes away here from first pitch in Aurora. Daryl, Seneca, has won 2 of their last 3, and like we were talking about, those winning games that they had against Cassville and at Logan Rogersville, we weren't at Logan Rogersville due to the fact we were at Nevada for football, but that Cassville game, Seneca only had, I think, 2 walks and 1 error the entire game. If you want to win ball games, that's a recipe for success.
Yeah, that's what you got to do is eliminate the walks. You got to make the other team put the ball, in play. And when they put the ball in play, they make them have to hit the ball to beat you. And when they hit the ball, you got to be there to make the plays. When the ball comes to you, you got to know what to do with it, and you got to be able to make the play.
Callie Rhodes will get the start again here this afternoon. She started yesterday, got taken out, I think, in the 4th inning. And I think some of that was just to try and save some of her arm. And Maddie Collinsworth got some good work yesterday as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing that Maddie's stepped up and say, hey, I'll try to pitch some and relief and give Callie a little break along the way. But she didn't, and Collinsworth didn't pitch bad. It's just the same thing. The girls hit it, and sometimes we missed up the errors. But she's getting a little bit more in. It's going to do nothing but help the team.
And you think about this week, it's a very busy week for Seneca. Game yesterday, game today, game Thursday. Then head to Branson on Friday and Saturday, where you're probably playing somewhere in the range of 5 games in Branson. 4 or 5 games there. You would have to think Collinsworth is going to have to pitch a game or 2 in that tournament.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure she will. I mean, why not? Why not pitch her on, the non-conference games and the out there? Let her, the more she pitches, the more she gets better comfortable under there. And still yet, you talking all the games they're going to play this week. Well, they only get Sunday off, and they got to come back and play Monday and Tuesday of next week. They play Monday. Joplin Monday, Monette Tuesday, and then Mack County comes in on Thursday.
Yeah, so luckily for them, they're home all next week. We talked about how the home opener wasn't until yesterday, and that's, 2.5 weeks into the season. So they're going to start making up some of those on the back half where you're getting a lot more home games the second half of the season, because the week after that as well, until they head to Springfield, that's the middle of a 5-game homestand, because you have Cassville the next Tuesday, Aurora the next Thursday before you head to Springfield. So, and it's hard to believe after that, the season's almost over. You're into the last week of the regular season.
I'm telling you what, they cram it in. they get so many softball games in the little season that they do have, and it's amazing how many games they play. It really is.
We'll go ahead, take a timeout, come back with starting lineups after this. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors, People's Bank of Seneca and Prater's Pharmacy here on the KNEO, Seneca Indian Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have pre-arranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
Hi, this is Jamie Langford with Langford Insurance at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, Missouri. My wife Terry and I are proud to serve our local area, and we're also proud to support the Seneca High School Pride Marching Band. Langford Insurance specializes in life, agribusiness, commercial, and personal insurance needs. Please stop by and see us at our office or call us at 417-776-LIFE or visit us at www.midaminsurance.com.
And we welcome you back. Your starting lineups here, sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic and Langford Insurance. First for the visiting Seneca Lady Indians, they come in at 2-9 overall, 1-1 in Big 8 play. Leading off is the center fielder, number 4, Callie Fields. Batting second and playing left field, number 22, Maddie Collinsworth. Batting third and doing the pitching, number 17, Callie Rhodes. Cleanup hitter is the right fielder, number 15, McKaylee Mitchell. You had a bug on you. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, number 25, Cordy Hancock. Batting sixth and playing catching, number 10, Rayleigh Davis. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 5, Jolie King. Batting eighth and playing third base, number 24, Ashton Lannon. And batting ninth is the designated player, number 1, Kesley Plattner. Extra player The flex player is Abby Stelz. She'll be at first base. Now the lineup for the Aurora Lady Hounds, they come in at 2-9 overall, 0-2 in Big 8 play. Leading off is the center fielder, number 12, Aubrey Simpson. Batting second and doing the catching, number 23, Bailey Lauer. Batting third and playing first base, number 14, Avery Mork. Batting cleanup and playing third base, number 18, Dagan Stellwagen. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, number 10, Abby Williams. Batting sixth and doing the pitching, number 13, Mallory Brogdon. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 7, Lily Marks. Batting eighth and playing, or she's the right fielder, excuse me. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 6, Kenzie Morgan. And batting ninth is the designated player, number 1, Case Parnell. Their extra player, the flex player, is the second baseman, number 9, Ashlyn Campbell. So it should be a fun one here between these two teams, Daryl, and both these teams looking to rebound and pick up a Big 8 victory here this afternoon. And this is the second time they've played. Aurora won 12-8 in the Aurora tournament. They play here. Sounds like they might be playing in the Branson tournament as well, and then they have to play the return trip in Seneca. I believe that's in October 3rd. And so 4 times you play them in the quote-unquote regular season, and then you're in the same district. If you look at the district, the district is all jumbled. Right now, I would have to say the heavy favorite is Nevada. They're 11-3. Holden up from the Kansas City area is 7-6. Everybody else is under 500. Seneca 2-9, Aurora 2-9, Cassville 5-6, Clinton 5-7. I know Harrisonville has played more than 6 games, but Misha doesn't have it updated.
Yeah,
they were 2-4. Logan Rogersville 2-8. So if you're Seneca, you kind of have head-to-head wins over Logan Rogersville and Cassville at the moment. If you can somehow be next to both of them, if you can beat Aurora, 2 out of the next 3 times, you probably have a head-to-head over them as well.
Right.
And we don't know anything really about those Kansas City schools and who they play and kind of competition.
No.
So who knows kind of what you play if you're one of those middle seeds in districts, which districts will be in Cassville this year.
Anytime you can get a district win, a conference win, and a district win, then, that's just a plus on both sides. And I know these games, like today, always count more than if you're in a tournament. That's just the way it is. I'm hoping the girls can come out and play well. I mean, they have played well in the past, and they've played solid. I'm hoping they can play solid again. But if you can get a win, you never know when district time comes around. But, man, there's a lot of games. I mean, they can cram a lot of games in before district. I don't know how some of them get 30 in, but it seems like they –
Well, when you have a tournament, it seems like almost every weekend and you play 5 or 6 games in that tournament. That's how.
Yeah, they played what they played. They were playing Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
And then
another
4 or 5 games.
Yeah, 4 or 5 games.
That's 8
and then
games
come
in
back
a week.
in and you play Monday, Tuesday, Thursday again. It's like you're getting like 12 games in about 10 days. So, yeah, there's a bunch that you do.
We'll go ahead, take another timeout, come back, and we should have the start of the broadcast shortly after this on the KNEO and the Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Marine Center Incorporated is a sponsor of Seneca Athletics. In business since 1979, they offer Mercury and Suzuki motors, along with low boats as well as boat repairs. Located at 4961 Highway 43 in Joplin, Missouri, open Monday through Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 12, and closed on Sunday. For more information, the phone number is 417-781-7450 or online at marinecenterjoplin.com. The Marine Center Incorporated, where the slogan is, your family boating headquarters.
Looking for a bank that puts community first? Look no further than First Community Bank. With our friendly service, convenient locations, and a wide range of financial products and services, we're here to meet all your banking needs. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a home, or starting a business, we're committed to helping you achieve your financial goals. Come experience the First Community Bank difference today. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is, better health, better you.
A lot of people put Billy Graham on a pedestal. They thought if anyone could get into heaven by being a good Christian, Mr. Graham would make the cut. But he was the first person to disagree with that.
I can't live the Christian life. Billy Graham is a total flop when it comes to living the Christian life.
Wow, so if Billy Graham couldn't do it on his own, what hope do you and I have to get into heaven? Mr. Graham knew that hope comes from God.
You don't inherit it. You don't deserve it. God gives it by grace. God just gives it to you if you reach up and receive by faith. If we confess with our mouths the Lord Jesus and believe in our hearts that God hath raised him from the dead, we shall be saved. You have to believe he's the Son of God, that he died for you, that he rose again, that he's alive.
Have more questions? Check out our website, findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And we welcome you back as we get set for action here between Seneca and Aurora. I'll give you Seneca's lineup here one more time. Callie Fields leads off. Maddie Collinsworth batting second. Callie Rhodes batting third. Cleanup hitter is McKaylee Mitchell. Batting fifth is Cordy Hancock. Sixth is Rayleigh Davis. Seventh is Jolie King. Eighth is Ashton Lannon. And ninth is Kesley Plattner. Aurora will look like this in the field. Kenzie Morgan in left and center. Aubrey Simpson. In right field is Lily Marks. Left to right in the infield, you have Dagan Stellwagen at third. At shortstop, you have Abby Williams. At second base is Ashlyn Campbell. At first base is Avery Mork with a battery of Bailey Lawler, catching Mallory Brogdon here this afternoon. It's another beautiful day for softball here. 82 degrees at first pitch.
Oh, it's
overcast
beautiful day.
skies.
It's an absolutely beautiful day. I mean, you can't get any better than this. If you're playing sports on outdoors, you can't get any better than this. You're used to practicing in 90 and 5-degree temperatures when you first start. Hey, it's going to cool down to 82. How hot's that going to be? What is that?
Yeah.
Nothing. Let's see if Callie can't get us going here.
Aurora, the black pants, red tops. I think they got black numbers as well. So here comes the first pitch to Fields, and that is inside for a ball. So the count is 1-0. Seneca, the blue pants, black and red tops, blue trim and blue numbers here this afternoon. 1-0 the count here on Fields. The 1-0 pitch is hit over the third baseman's head. That is easily a single here for Fields.
She hit that one solid. Yeah, got some and turned on it good. Luckily, it was just over the third baseman's head.
She reached base twice yesterday, both on walks. She also popped out and flew out, so she was due for a base hit. As Maddie Collinsworth comes to the plate and takes a called strike. So the count is 0-1. Callie Rhodes was 2 for 2 yesterday with 2 home runs, also walked twice. This pitch is low. Fields was off on the pitch. I think you give her a stolen base.
Yeah, it was a low pitch, and the catcher had trouble handling it. She was going to be safe no matter what.
Count 1-1 here on Collinsworth. That ball is poked out in the air to short left field in front of the shortstop. So runners will be at first and third. Yesterday I think it was the first inning. Seneca got victimized by that a little bit, and this afternoon they're trying to return the favor a little bit.
Like I said, there's happened to hit where there's no one at. That's just all there is to it.
No woman's land.
No woman's land. Nowhere to. I mean, the shortstop can't get there. The left fielder can't get there. Let's see if Callie Rhodes can get this bat going.
She had a solo home run yesterday and a 2-run home run as that first pitch is swung on and missed. Count 0-1. She also walked twice yesterday.
That was
swinging for the fences.
Oh, that was delivered to her right there down the middle of the plate. I bet she wished she'd have that in back.
Here comes the 0-1. That's in there for a strike. Collinsworth takes off without a throw. So the count 0-2. And runners are at first and second for Seneca, or second and third with nobody out.
Yeah, I don't think Callie needed to swing at that first pitch because that allowed Collinsworth to get down there.
So here comes the 0-2, and that's outside. Count 1-2. New Mac Electric, Brader's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, all sponsoring the broadcast. So the 1-2 is high, and the count now 2-2. I think you're going to be very careful with her. We said that yesterday, and then she hit 2 home runs.
The pitcher makes mistakes and sticks it over the plate.
That's low. It gets by the catcher, and Fields will score easily on the wild pitch.
Yeah, you got a big foul territory here, and I imagine it has the rubber mat on it too. But if the catcher kind of knocks it down, deadens the ball, just rolls back there, there's no way you get the ball back to the home plate.
It's count full here on Rhodes. Here comes the 3-2. That ball laced into left field and deep, and that is gone.
Yep.
A 2-run home run for Callie Rhodes, who continues her home run streak. As it's a 2-run home run, and it's 3-0 Seneca.
I think she finally woke her bat up. I talked to her the other day. I said, when are you going to get this going? She says, I know. She's getting frustrated. Hey, starting to work again.
Her last 3 hits were all home runs. A solo home run and 2 2-run home runs. As McKaylee Mitchell will come to the plate. So here comes the first pitch, and that's in there for a strike.
Kaylee Mitchell been swinging the bat well. She's putting the bat on the ball, and that's all you can do. See if you can find a hole with it or make the other roar. Make them have to make a play to get you out.
Here comes the 0-1, and that's inside. Count 1-1. The first time these two teams played, Daryl, you said Seneca had a 5-0 lead after a half inning.
Yeah, after a half inning, it's 5-0. At the end of it, it's 12-5.
That pitch is hit to third, throws to first. See if the pitcher could scoop it, and she could not. Mitchell going to go to second and be at second.
That's what I say. I mean, that's all you can do is if you can hit the ball, put the bat on the ball, and make the other team have to get you out.
As Cordy Hancock will come to the plate here for the Lady Indians. And we have time here on the field as the coach going to go out and talk for a second. So while we have a moment, Campbell Bettlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic, Lankford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, and First Community Bank all sponsoring the broadcast. And Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. You may visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender, proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. 3 runs in for Seneca. A runner at second for Cordy Hancock.
Still no one out, too, Ben. Haven't got that first out yet. See if Cordy can hit one.
Well, you don't want her to hit into an out.
No, I don't want to hit one. I'm going to hit the ball.
As she swings and misses at the first pitch, so the count is 0-1.
See if we can't keep this inning going a little bit.
0-1 the count. Here comes the 0-1. That pitch is poked out just over the first baseman's head in fair territory. And runners will be at first and third here for the Lady Indians. They're hitting it where Aurora is not, which is what happened to Seneca yesterday.
That's what CJ did to us last night. Just blooping over the third baseman, blooped it over to the first baseman. Of course, Callie hits it where there's no one can be.
Yeah, no one can catch the one she hit.
No. So just put it in play. Good things happen. See if we can't get down to second base here.
Yes. Hancock keeps it at first. Runners will be at first and third, count 1-0. So the 1-0 pitch is laced foul. So count 1-1.
She hit a few of those yesterday too, Ben.
So 1 ball and 1 strike here on Davis. Here comes the 1-1. That ball is poked down the left field line, and that one is also foul. She is wearing out that left field line between last night and today.
She just got to just let it travel a little bit further.
So the count 1-2 here.
It's a timing thing. The more
on Davis.
The more you see it, foul them off. The more you see it, the better timing you'll get.
As here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Hancock going to take second without a throw. I don't know if that was a straight steal or trying to be a hit and run. There's 1 down now for Jolie King. So 2 more runners in scoring position for Seneca with 1 out. King usually gets a bat on the ball as that first pitch is high. So counts 1-0. Three runs in the inning so far for Seneca. As here comes the 1-0. That ball hit to third, throws to first in time. It's an RBI ground out, 5-3 put out. The run comes in and scores on the fielder's choice. As that run is unearned. The runners will be at first or runner at third now with 2 outs for Ashton Lannon.
Now let's see if she can put the bat on the ball. See if we can get that last run in there at third base. That would be nice.
So here comes the first pitch and swings and misses. So the count 0-1.
don't see much better pitch than that. That was a good pitch to hit. She just missed it.
So one pitch is poked out to right center field and deep, and the center fielder able to snag it. She was shading her towards left center, and she hit it to right center, but a good job by the center fielder there, Simpson, to go over and grab it. For Seneca, 4 runs in the inning on 3 base hits. There was 1 error, and they strand 1. A half inning in the books here in Aurora. It is 4-0 Seneca here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians! A sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho, serving the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer personal banking services, including checking and savings accounts, home loans, and online banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, an equal housing lender. Member FDIC, where their slogan is
Southwest Missouri Bank.
Aubrey Simpson will lead off the bottom of the first here for Aurora, as Seneca will have Maddie Collinsworth in left, Callie Fields in center, and McKaylee Mitchell in right field. We'll get you what the infield looks like here after this first pitch. Callie Rhodes is on the mound for the Lady Indians. So here comes the first pitch to Simpson, and that's outside for a ball. Counts 1-0. Ashton Lannon at third. Cordy Hancock at short, Jolie King at second, Abby Steltz at first, with a battery of Rayleigh Davis catching. Callie Rhodes here this afternoon. Here comes the 1-0. That's inside, almost hit Simpson. And the count 2 balls and no strikes. Always look for those shutdown innings after getting runs on the board. So here comes the 2-0, and that's outside, and the count 3-0. Rhodes struggled with her command yesterday. I haven't tallied it up, but she had at least 3 or 4 walks given up yesterday afternoon. It looks like she had 3 walks and a hit by pitch. So that pitch is in there for a strike, so the count 3-1. If Simpson is green-lighted to swing here 3-1, if she'll be taking the entire way. So here comes the 3-1. And a hitter. So the leadoff runner is on. Whether it be a walk or a hit by pitch. I think it hit her elbow guard, so no worse for wear there. As Bailey Lauer comes to the plate for Aurora. Looks like they may be trying to bunt. Pitch is in there for a strike. Hancock grabs it, but stealing second is Simpson. Count 0-1.
Rayleigh. Behind the plate.
Not sure what happened. I mean, her throws have been tailing to the right a little bit. So that pitch is swung on and missed. So the count now 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. 0-2 is high, and the count 1-2. You know, Daryl, that first batter, she was hit by a pitch on 3-1, but talk about how walks and errors will kill you. Hit by pitch is kind of the same scenario.
Same thing. You're putting them on base without them having to earn it, without having to hit the ball. You got to make them hit the ball and then make plays behind them.
So 1-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. First strikeout of the afternoon for Callie, as Avery Mork will come to the plate.
First baseman number 14, Avery Mork.
People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. It's amazing what happens when you can get ahead of hitters, as that pitch is swung on and missed, so the count 0-1. You have so many different opportunities when the count's 0-1 compared to 1-0.
Yes. You get ahead of them. Makes the batter nervous, and they have to protect, and you get swinging at bad plays.
So one pitch hits the outside corner. Count 0-2. Seneca is at home on Thursday against Nevada. 4:30 start time, 4:10 air time.
Yeah, it's a busy week for KNEO, too, covering Seneca sports.
So that pitch is in the dirt. Good block that time by Davis, so the count 1-2.
There you go.
Now 3 softball games and then football Friday night at home against Monette. I don't think it's homecoming. I haven't heard anything, but homecoming might be against Mack County week 7.
It's probably about right.
So that pitch is fouled back to the screen, so the count remains 1-2. Seneca will be on the road the next 2 weeks, as they will go to Aurora week 5 and then go to CJ week 6. Or I might have that backwards. I think that's correct, though.
Sounds correct.
Sounds good. Whether it's right or not is a different story, as that pitch is low, so the count's 2-2. I know after they face Monette, they're on the road against Aurora and CJ. It's just a question of who's week 5 and who's week 6.
I almost think it's CJ then Aurora, but you could be right, Ben. It's one of the two. We will be there no matter what.
Yes. So here comes the 2-2, and that ball hit 2 Stelts at first, goes to the bag. And there is 2 down. Fielder's choice allows Simpson to get to third, as Dagan Stellwagen comes to the plate.
Next up, third baseman number 18, Dagan Stellwagen.
Give me a second.
There's 2 outs here in the inning. And now you're going to need Davis to be a wall back there for the Lady Indians.
Yeah. Stopping everything. Put it over there. Make her hit it.
So that ball is high. It's count 1-0. That's all it can be is high. It can't be inside. Wow. So here comes the 1-0. That's inside, maybe low as well. So the count 2-0.
Maybe a little bit careful with her too, you know.
2 balls and no strikes here on her as
Jolie.
And
there
she throws to first in time for the putout. That will end the inning, so the hit by pitch does not mean anything. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We head to the the top of the second. 4-0 Seneca here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
And we welcome you back as Seneca will send 9, 1, and 2 to the plate here in the second as Plattner gets it by the third baseman, and she will be safe. It's an infield single for Plattner. And the leadoff runner is on for the Lady Indians.
Well, she just got it past the third baseman, just out of her reach, and the shortstop is just too deep to get her speed.
Callie Fields comes to the plate.
This little gal's got some pop in her bat as well, Ben. Don't be surprised. It wouldn't shock me at all if she even thumped one out.
So here comes the first pitch to her, and that's high and outside. It's count 1-0. Seneca sent 8 to the plate in the first. So you're back at the top of the order. So here comes the pitch. And that pitch is golfed into left and gets down. Good job by the left fielder to keep it in front of her to hold Plattner to second.
It was a funny bounce off that, too. Off that field out there, it just kind of, it didn't bounce up. It hit and stayed low.
And I think they have turf in the infield, and I think it's natural grass in the outfield.
Yeah.
So, those, like Seneca, those turf fields, you get kind of true hops, whereas on the grass, you never know what kind of weird hops you're going to get. As Collinsworth takes a called strike, so the count's 0-1. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, all sponsoring the broadcast. And here comes the 0-1, and that's swung on and missed. Count quickly 0-2. Collinsworth, I think she dunked it in.
She dunked it just over the left. Just over the third baseman's head.
I was going to say, I thought it was the third baseman.
And the shortstop just couldn't get to it.
So 0-2 pitch just swung on and missed for strike 3. That's the second strikeout of the day for Brogdon, as there's one down now for Callie Rhodes. Runners at first and second for Rhodes, whose last 3 hits have been home runs. She has a solo home run, a 2-run home run, a 2-run home run here this afternoon. So that pitch is outside for a ball. So the count's 1-0.
You're just hoping the pitcher makes a mistake and throw it over the plate, because I think they'll probably saying they're not going to do anything they can to throw or anything.
That ball is hit to third. She tags third for 1, throws to first in time.
Got the double play.
And that will end the inning. It goes G5 and then 5-3 on the putout, and that will end the inning. For Seneca, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and they strand 1. 1.5 done, 4-0 Seneca here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
And we welcome you back as Abby Williams will lead things off for Aurora here in the second. She takes a ball, so the count's 1-0. 5-6-7 due up for Aurora here in the bottom half of the inning. That was a big play by the third baseman, Stellwagen.
Yeah, turn 2 there at the end of the inning. That was a bit huge.
That pitch is low, and the count 2-0. For State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, the Osho Area Chamber of Commerce, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. 2-0 the count. Here comes the 2-0 pitch from Rhodes. That's low. Count 3-0. In danger of letting the leadoff hitter on again to start the inning. Three and 0 the count here on Williams. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. That's outside for ball 4. Leadoff walk. Now Brogdon will try and help herself.
Next pitcher, number 13, Mallory Brogdon.
For Seneca, you would love if you could turn a double play of your own.
Yeah, we got lucky because the hit by pitch last time was as good as a walk. Didn't produce a run.
Ball poked in the air. That's in no man's land. No woman's land, I guess.
Yeah.
And the runners will be at first and second. The runner had to hesitate. And so Williams did not able to get to third base on that play. So I think Seneca got a little bit of a break there, Daryl.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, Jolie King went over there and got it, and she turned and she was looking to see if she was going to run, but she didn't get the ball in very quick. I imagine the coach was telling her to throw it to third no matter what.
As Lily Marks will come to the plate. Fouled off. Count 0-1. Seneca got 4 in the top of the first. Aurora trying to answer here in the bottom of the second as they have the momentum. 0-1 the count. Here comes an 0-1 from Rhodes. That's high and goes off of Davis's glove, so runners will be at second and third with a 1-1 count. Wild pitch, pass ball, whatever your fancy.
Whatever you want to call it. I mean, it hurts. Runners advance with nothing to have to do about it. They don't have to earn it.
So here comes the 1-1. And that's not offered at. Pitch is low, so count 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here on Marks. So here comes the 2-1 and a hitter. So the bases are loaded and Aurora is trying to take some of that momentum and get some runs now. Double play might get them some. It gave them some momentum, Daryl, and now they're trying to take advantage.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Here you go. I mean, I know they had a bloop. There's a walk and a hit by pitch. Then they had the little blooper, and they load the bases up. This is what runs innings up, where you're not making them hit the ball to, make them,
earn it.
Yeah, you're not letting them earn it.
Evan at the Neosho Daily News wishes the Seneca Indians good luck. And to keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ballgame schedule, be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on Twitter, KNEO 917 Sports. I guess you could call it X now too. So whatever your fancy. I know Daryl is a big X follower.
I've never tweeted anything, Ben, so I don't know.
So here comes the first pitch. That hits the inside corner. Counts 0-1. I don't know if they call it tweeting anymore, seeing the fact that
Xing.
Yeah, went from Twitter to X.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get
Seneca's playing to get the out at home. They brought the infield in, as does not swing, and they want to check, and the home plate umpire isn't going to let them check, or maybe he did, and the field ump said no either. 1-1 the count. Comes the 1-1. That's outside, and the count's 2-1. if you're Seneca, you can't let this snowball.
Well, there was a good double play that got Aurora out of the inning last inning. I mean, Seneca had a chance to get some runs in, but they put that double play on. Seneca needs something to happen here.
2-1 pitch is low, and the count now 3-1.
Here's that, you get something going. Here's that snowball effect, and you gotta make the other players earn it.
3-1 the count, especially the number 8 hitter as well. It's the bottom of the lineup here for Aurora.
Yeah.
Here comes the 3-1. That pitch is spoiled foul. Almost hits head coach Ali Stolte over there, ducking out of the way. And that count's full. Full count now. Got nowhere to put her. Have to get one across the plate. So here comes the full count pitch. And that is inside and low for ball 4, and it's a walk that brings in a run to make it 4-1.
Yeah, I mean, Aurora now is set up for a big inning if they can get a few hits in right spots.
And it's the number 9 hitter, Case Parnell, and then you get back to the top of the order. It's the bottom of the lineup that's producing right now for Aurora. And by producing, for the most part, they're just letting pitches go across. Pitch is inside and almost hit Parnell. Counts 1-0.
That's the thing. They're not producing. We're walking them and hitting them, and they're not doing anything to earn it. And that's what we got to get. Kelly's got to throw strikes, and that's the formula for success. Throw strikes and make them have to do something.
So here comes the 1-0. That pitch is nubbed foul. So the count 1-1. It's the number 9 hitter for Aurora, and then get back to the top of the lineup in Aubrey Simpson. 1-1 the count. 1-1 the count. Here on that pitch is swung on and missed.
There you go.
And the count 1-2.
That's what we need. That's what we need. We need, throw the ball over the plate, make them have to earn it.
1-2 the count. Still playing in to get that run out at home.
Yep.
So here comes the 1-2. Strikeout would be nice as well. That ball laced down the left field line, just foul. Almost took out the runner at third, Brogdon. She had to duck out of the way. It was very close to being fair, but it was also very close to hitting Brogdon.
Got away with that one. That couldn't. If it was fair, well,
that would have
maybe
been
ask
three.
him. But if it
that
on the line, that would have been a
3 runs probably. As that ball is back to the screen. Couple foul balls here for Parnell, who's doing a good job of battling. Count remains 1-2. Don't really care how you get an out. You just want an out at this point. So here comes the 1-2. That one is lopped foul. So Parnell doing a good job at the bottom of the lineup of forcing Rhodes to throw a lot of pitches here.
Yeah.
There isn't a pitch count in softball like there is baseball, but your arm does get tired.
Well, when we were at Cassville, and I guarantee when they were at Logan Rogersville, they threw strikes and and our girls played defense behind them. That's what you have to do.
Comes another 1-2. That pitch just inside. Seneca fans liked it, but it was inside. Davis also caught that one kind of awkwardly as well. 2-2 the count. Here comes the 2-2. That's inside, gets by Davis, and the wild pitch is going to allow everybody to come up, and it's a full count now. Runners still at second and third. And it's 4-2. And you don't want to walk her and put the leadoff at the plate with the bases loaded.
That's how it snowballs.
Comes the full count pitch. Up the middle, King on only play is to first, throws to first, and she beat it out. It's an infield single for Parnell. Another run comes in and scores. The runners will be at first and third. Still nobody out. As it's 4-3. As Aubrey Simpson comes to the plate. She was hit on a 3-1 pitch her first time, got stranded at third. So here comes the first pitch from Rhodes. Pitch is outside for a ball. Taking second without a throw is Parnell. Now the tying run at third, the go-ahead run at second. Still nobody out here in the bottom half of the inning. As here comes a 1-0 to Simpson. And that's outside. Looked like the ump thought about calling it a strike and decided against it. 2-0 the count. I don't think you want to load the bases for the middle of this lineup, as here comes the 2-0. It's inside, and the count's 3-0, as right now Rhodes is having a hard time finding the strike zone. 3-0 the count. I think Simpson probably taking the entire way. That's in there for a strike. Semi gets away from Davis, but not far enough for anybody to do anything with. New Mac Electric, Brader's Pharmacy, Prolube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, all sponsoring the broadcast. 3-1 the count here on Simpson. Here comes the 3-1. The dirt for ball 4. Good job by Davis to block it and not allow those runners to advance, but the bases are loaded for Bailey Lahr.
Returning to the plate, standing at 6'2", catcher number 23, Bailey Lahr.
And we're going to have a pitching change. So Maddie Collinsworth is going to come in and pitch, and we will have some maneuvering around, and we'll get you all that after this break here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Indians!
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is an organization that exists to make Southwest Missouri a better place to live. That is why they are proud supporters of high school athletics. They understand that the life lessons learned from sporting competition teaches responsibility and discipline and makes our student athletes better citizens for tomorrow. Learn more about local area events online at neoshocc.com. Proud supporters of local school athletics.
And we welcome you back. Maddie Collinsworth coming in to pitch for Seneca. Callie Rhodes moves to third. Ashton Landon moves from third to second. McKaylee Mitchell moves from right to left field. And Kesley Plattner moves from DP to right. So here comes the first pitch from Collinsworth, and that is a ball. So the count is 1-0. Collinsworth pitched a couple innings yesterday. That pitch is in there for a strike, and the count 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Still nobody out. So that 1-1 is high and outside, and the count now 2-1. Nowhere to put her. Collinsworth has to get the ball over the plate. So here comes the 2-1. Swung on and missed. And the count 2-2. Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, and Prairie Top Chiropractic, all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. So here comes the 2-2 from Collinsworth. That is inside. Nice job there by Davis to block it, but the count now full at 3-2. So here comes the full count pitch. That's high for ball 4, and we are tied at 4. Bases still remain loaded. As Avery Mork will come to the plate. Right now, Seneca just having a hard time getting the ball across the plate. So here comes the first pitch from Collinsworth. Kind of changed speeds there. And it fooled Mork in the count 0-1. She looked like it was going to be inside and went back across the strike zone. So here comes the 0-1. Popped in the air foul, and it's going to get out of play. The count now 0-2. If you're Seneca, you just want an out somewhere. This is the 8th batter to bat in the inning, and still nobody out. So here comes the 0-2. That's high. Davis able to block it enough that the runner at third, Parnell, not able to go. 1-2 the count here on Mork. So here comes a 1-2 from Collinsworth. That's high and outside. Count 2-2. Worked it from 0-2 to 2-2. So here comes the 2-2 from Collinsworth. That's popped in the air. It's in foul territory, and Stelz grabs it for out number 1. With it being in foul territory, no infield fly rule there. As Stagen Stellwagen comes to the plate. She grounded out to second base her first time up. Seneca is still playing for an out at home with the infield in. 9th batter to bat in the inning. So that off-speed pitch is high, and the count's 1-0. Langford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, and First Community Bank all sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. 4 runs in the inning so far for Aurora. That pitch is high, and the count's 2-0. 4 runs in, 2 hits, 4 walks, and a hit by pitch. So here comes the 2-0. That pitch is laced to right center field and deep, and it is up against the fence. 2 runs will come in and score as Fields gets it in quickly. It's a 2 RBI single for Stellwagen, and Aurora takes the lead at 6-4. Fields able to get that in quickly and not allow a third runner to come in and score on that play, as Abby Williams will get another at bat here in the inning. She walked to start the inning. So here comes the first pitch from Collinsworth. That's in there for a strike, so the count is 0-1. as Aurora used the momentum of the double play to end the top half. They have scored 6 so far here in the bottom half. So here comes the 0-1. Swung on and missed. A late swing by Williams. Count 0-2. All those runs given up are charged to Callie Rhodes. As here comes an 0-2 pitch to Abby Williams. 0-2 hit down the third base line, foul. So the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. One out here in the inning. Here comes an 0-2. It's high and outside. So the count 1-2. Abby Williams started off the inning with a walk. She's at the plate again. Comes another 1-2, and that's high. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tenth batter to bat here in the inning. So here comes a 2-2. That off-speed pitch blooped up in the air in foul territory. Stelz grabs it for out number 2. She has both foul outs. So Mallory Brogdon will come to the plate. She had a seeing eye single her first plate appearance. It's Collinsworth trying to stem a little bit of the bleeding here. 2 outs in the inning. So here comes the first pitch, and that's high for a ball. Counts 1-0. 6 runs in the inning, 2 base hits. Stellwagen has the big one. It gives Aurora the lead. So that pitch is swung on and missed, so the count 1-1. Actually, that's 3 base hits in the inning. 1-1 the count. So here comes the 1-1. That's just foul ticked at the plate, so the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Seneca trying to leave this at 6 runs in the inning. Seneca does not have an error in the inning, but 4 walks and a hit by pitch don't help your cause, as that one's fouled off at the plate. So the count remains 1-2. It's been a long bottom of the second inning, as Collinsworth did not like the softball she got, so she exchanges it. As here comes another 1-2 from Collinsworth. Popped in the air. Fields, or that's Plattner out there in short right center. Will grab it for out number 3 for Aurora. 6 runs in the inning on 3 base hits. There were no errors, and they strand 2. 2 complete here in Aurora. 6-4 Aurora here on the KNEO Sports Network.
When Jesus was crucified, 2 other men were also crucified. But unlike Jesus, who had done nothing wrong, these 2 were paying for their crimes. One of them made fun of Jesus, but the other man, he believed Jesus Christ was God's son. And Jesus promised that man he'd go to heaven, even though there was no time for him to clean up his act here. How could that be? Billy Graham.
He was saved by the sheer mercy and grace of God, not because he could get down from the cross and live a good life. The Bible teaches that God is a God of mercy, that no matter what sin anybody has ever committed in history, if we truly repent, God will forgive. He has to forgive because his word says so.
No matter what you've done, God will forgive you if you turn your life over to him. Discover how to do that at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
McKaylee Mitchell to lead off the third here for Seneca as she takes a pitch outside for a ball. Mitchell, Hancock, and Davis, the three due up. Anybody reaches, Jolie King would come to the plate. As 1-0 the count here. That pitch was a ball. Count 2-0. Mitchell reached on an error and then scored later in the first. 2-0 the count here on Mitchell. Pitch is low for a ball, and so the count becomes 3-0. If you're Seneca, you want to answer with some runs of your own. You had runners at first and third there in the... That ball laced to right center field, and it gets down. It'll be a long single for Mitchell. So the leadoff runner is on for the Lady Indians as Cordy Hancock will come to the plate. Hancock singled her first time up. One runner on for Seneca as Hancock will come to the plate. She was stranded at third in the first. First pitch hits the outside corner. It's count 0-1. Seneca 4 in the first on 3 hits. Also helped by 1 error for Aurora. They got 6 runs in the second on 3 base hits. So that pitch was a ball, so the count's 1-1. Collinsworth was able to really wiggle out of any more damage than what was given as Hancock can't get the bunt down, and so the count now 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Hancock. That pitch is high and outside. Count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Hancock. Runner at first is McKaylee Mitchell. Here comes the 2-2. That's outside, and the count full at 3-2. I don't know that you do a hit and run here. That's... I was going to say, the count is 3-2. Hancock thought it was ball 4, but that was definitely not the case. Scoreboard was right, and I was right. Happened yesterday where we didn't have a scoreboard, and they thought it was ball 4 when it was ball 3. So here comes the 3-2. That ball laced in the air to center field. They have a play at second potentially, and getting in safely is Mitchell. So back-to-back singles for Seneca to start the inning as Rayleigh Davis will come to the plate. Seneca trying to answer. Davis struck out in the first. Try and get those runs back and more. So here comes the first pitch. That pitch is in there for a strike. Probably one she could have done something with. It's count 0-1. I don't know that you have any kind of play on here with nobody out. Here comes the 0-1. She squares to bunt. She is going to bunt. It's a good bunt. Nobody covering first. Late cover, and they do get it. It is a 5-4 put out. But runners will be at second and third on the sacrifice. The second baseman was able to get over. That was Campbell. It took her a little bit as Stellwagen had to wait for her to get over. As King will come to the plate. She grounded to third her first time up. Swings and misses. Count 0-1. King then Lannon. Lannon hit one deep to right center, but the center fielder Simpson tracked it down. As King is at the plate. Here comes the 0-1. That's in there for a strike. Hits the outside corner. Count 0-2, so King needing to protect now with 2 strikes. They have Simpson. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that's out number 2. As Lannon will come to the plate. Lannon hit one to deep right center, first time Simpson able to get it. Simpson shaded a little bit towards left center. So that first pitch is high for a ball, counts 1-0. She's just shaded to left center at this point. But she's able to track down the fly ball last time as Lannon swings and misses. It's the count 1-1. 2 outs here in the inning. Comes the 1-1. In the dirt, not far enough away for Mitchell to try and score. Good block by Lauer. 2-1 the count. So here comes the 2-1. That's low, maybe inside. Count 3-1. Got to look for your pitch here if you're Lannon. There's a big gap in right center if you can hit it that way. That ball hit to second on a hop. The second baseman boots it. 1 run will come in and score. They send the second runner home and in safely is Cordy Hancock on the play. 2 runs will come in and score, and we are tied at 6. As it took a little bit of a funny hop there on Campbell. Now this Kesley Plattner will come to the plate here for Seneca. As she hits that one to the pitcher, Brogdon throws to first in time. That will end the inning for Seneca. 2 runs on 2 base hits. There was 1 error and they strand 1. 2.5 done. We're tied at 6 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Happy Egg supports the family farmer because they've seen the difference a choice like this can make. Now you can grow for Happy Egg and choose to raise hens the right way, the happy way. When you grow for Happy Egg, you're growing for a family-owned and operated business. You're raising happy hens on 10+ acres who will lay happy eggs. You're working for yourself. As a Happy Egg grower, you'll receive new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Visit happyegg.com/grower to apply today.
Hi, this is Jamie Lankford with Lankford Insurance at 910 Washington Avenue in Seneca, Missouri. My wife Terry and I are proud to serve our local community and support local high school student athletes. Lankford Insurance specializes in life, agribusiness, commercial, and personal insurance needs. Please stop by and see us at our office or call us at 417-776-LIFE or visit us at www.midaminsurance.com.
Lily Marks to lead off the 3rd inning here for Aurora. It will be 7, 8, 9. Marks, Morgan, and Campbell, the 3 scheduled hitters. 7, 8, 9. As Collinsworth was able to really limit the damage there in the second. That first pitch hits the outside corner. Count 0-1. Marks was hit by a pitch. Morgan walked. And then Parnell singled. All 3 of them came in and scored in the second. So that pitch is swung on and missed, so the count 0-2. Eleven batters reached batted in that second inning for Aurora. As here comes the 0-2. Hit down the third base line, just foul. Home plate umpire did not really say much there. Almost skated over the bag, but not much of an argument by the head coach for Aurora. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. It's another 0-2 from Collinsworth. That one also dribbled foul. So Marks is doing a good job of battling here. as ball gets by Davis. And they will now get it back to her and to the umpire. Count remains 0-2. Here comes another 0-2 from Collinsworth. 0-2 is swung on and missed for strike 3. You can see Collinsworth kind of building some confidence after yesterday and today. One down in the inning as Kenzie Morgan comes to the plate. She walked and scored there in the second. First pitch hit to Rhodes at third, throws to first on the run. One pitch and an out. And there's two down here as Case Parnell will come to the plate. Parnell singled and scored in the second inning. So here comes the first pitch to her from Collinsworth. First pitch is bounced in there. It's the count 1-0. As here comes the 1-0. That one is popped in there foul, and it's going to get behind the Aurora dugout. So the count 1-1. 2 outs here in the inning. 1-1 the count. You don't really want to get back to the top of the order. As here comes a 1-1 from Collinsworth. That off-speed pitch is high, so they count 2-1. Two outs here in the inning. Here comes the 2-1. A long look in. 2-1 pitch is hit to Rhodes at third. She double clutches and then throws it away. The runner will take second on the play. Plattner backing it up. And the error allows Simpson to come to the plate. It's an E5 as Rhodes double clutched and then fired a fastball low. Runner at second for Aubrey Simpson, who has been hit by a pitch and walked. Could have been a simple inning for Collinsworth, but fortunately for her, her fielder didn't help her out. Not sure what happened there, but Simpson stepped out. She's trying to bunt her way on. Rhodes fields it, and it's a fair ball. It's an infield single. The runner at second, Parnell, does not get a great read on it. She stays at second. Runners at first and second now for Bailey Lauer. You have an out at any base now, as Lauer has struck out and walked. She's the first batter Collinsworth faced in the second. So here comes the first pitch from Maddie. High and outside. Count 1-0. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, all sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the 1-0. That's low and outside, and the count 2-0. Could have been a simple inning for Collinsworth, and the error and a single, and now a 2-0 count. This pitch is in there for a strike, so the count 2-1. That's sometimes how things snowball on you. Could have been a 1-2-3 inning, and now you're having to face a couple extra batters. So here comes the 2-1. That pitch is hit to Landon at second, and she's going to tag the bag for the final out of the inning. Seneca escapes with nobody coming home for Aurora. No runs, one hit. There was an error, and they strand one. We are through 3, tied at 6 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
Callie Fields to lead off the fourth here for Seneca. She's 2 for 2. Maddie Collinsworth and Callie Rhodes to follow. This is the third time through the lineup here for the Lady Indians, as Fields is going to lace that one into right center field. Good job by Simpson to keep it in front of her and keep Fields to single. 3 singles on the day for Callie as Collinsworth comes to the plate. She's 1 for 2. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, all sponsoring the broadcast. As here comes the first pitch to Collinsworth. That ball is hit to shortstop. Tough play for the shortstop, and there's no play. An infield single for Collinsworth, and the first 2 are on for Callie Rhodes, who has a 2-run home run to her credit. She also has hit into a double play, a 5-3 double play her last time up. So this kind of situation, there was 1 out though last time in the second when she came up, as that first pitch is outside for a ball. Runners were at first and second with 1 out last time this happened. This time there's nobody out. 1-0 the count. Here comes the 1-0. That's in the dirt. Good job blocking it by the catcher. And the count's 2-0. Does not allow the ball to go past her. Here comes the 2-0. Rhodes taking the entire way and gets by. And so the wild pitch has runners at second and third. Nobody out. 3-0 count. Callie Rhodes is one of the few Seneca hitters that has a green light 3-0. She likes it in her wheelhouse. She will swing at it. Just like that. Swings and misses and count 3-1. A little anxious there on that pitch. Probably not a great pitch to swing at, but she did. 3-1 the count here on Rhodes. Here comes the 3-1. That ball hit to shortstop, throws to first in time. It is an RBI ground out for Rhodes, as it's a 6-3 put out. The fielder's choice allows the runners to advance and 1 run to come in. McKaylee Mitchell will come to the plate. She has reached on an error and singled. Comes the first pitch to her. High and outside, so the count 1-0. Four State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau agent Josh Dotson, the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce, sponsoring the broadcast. 1-0 is up the middle, and it gets by the shortstop. And the run will come in and score. An RBI single for Mitchell, as Seneca tacks on another run to make it 8-6. It's Cordy Hancock will come to the plate. Hancock 2 for 2, 2 singles. The top of the lineup got on for the middle. Hancock swings and misses at that one. Counts 0-1. Mitchell at first. 1 out in the inning. So here comes the 0-1. That is inside. Throw behind Mitchell, who gets back safely. As here comes the 1-1. That's low for a ball. So the count's 2-1. 2-1 the count. Here on Hancock. Swung on and missed. And the count 2-2. 1 out in the inning. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. 2 outs now as Rayleigh Davis will come to the plate. As she has a sac bunt and she's also struck out. Counts 0-1. No balls and a strike. That pitch is bounced in there. So the count 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Here on Davis. Pitch is high and outside. So the count is 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. As here comes the 2-1. That ball is loped down the left field line. Foul. Stolte couldn't stop it. The count now 2-2. 2-2 the count. So here comes the 2-2, and that is just outside, apparently. And the count is now full at 3-2. That was a good pitch by Brogdon, and she did not get the call. 3-2 is popped a mile high in the foul territory. Nice effort by Lahr, and she couldn't get there. Third baseman Stellwagen also trying to get there. Neither of them can make a play, so Davis has an extra life. See what she can do with it. The count remains full. Comes another 3-2 to Davis. That one is spoiled foul to the backstop. Count remains 3-2. Mitchell still at first. Seneca 2 runs here in the 4th to take the lead back at 8-6. Comes another full count pitch. That pitch is roped foul towards the Aurora dugout. That's 3 straight foul balls by Davis. Doing a good job of battling. As here comes another full count pitch from Brogdon. And that is inside for ball 4. A 2-out walk as runners at first and second for Jolie King. King 0 for 2. She has grounded out and struck out. Simpson can cover a lot of ground. She's shaded a little bit to left center. Community Bank and Trust, proudly serving our customers for the past 140 years. You may visit their branch at 1102 South Cherokee for all your banking needs. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender, proud sponsor of the Seneca Indians. And to keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule, be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on Twitter, X at KNEO917 Sports. Seneca softball at home on Thursday against Nevada. And then football at home Friday against Monette. As here comes the first pitch to King. That's high and outside. So count 1-0. This game, this is 1-0, is on the outside corner. Count 1-1. Top of the fourth, an hour and 14 minutes in. So that pitch is popped in the air, and it's going to be a nice scoop catch out there in left field by Morgan. And that will end the inning. For Seneca, they get 2 runs in the inning on 3 base hits. There were no errors, and they strand 2. 3.5 in the books here in Aurora. 8-6 Seneca here on the KNEO Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
The news offers regular reminders that there is no peace in this world. But while real peace may not be possible on a global scale, Billy Graham says it is possible within your heart.
The Bible teaches that we're going to confront harsh realities. Well, some of you will say, well, it won't happen to me, but it will sooner or later, because there comes a time when we all suffer. But in the midst of whatever it is, Christ is with you if you know Him. He said, peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. There's the peace of God if you have peace with God. That's yours. Christ is with us in the midst of our troubles and our difficulties and our hardships.
We can tell you more about the unshakable peace that God offers you at findpeacewithgod.net. findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
And we welcome you back as we hit the bottom of the fourth. Avery Mork here to start the inning, as it will be 3, 4, and 5. And Darryl, you left, and Collinsworth did a good job of settling things down for Seneca there in the second, and she could have had a 1-2-3 inning. She kind of worked around some trouble induced by her infield.
Well, it is, you're throwing strikes.
That pitch is
Like
hit
that
out
right
to
there.
right field, and it's over Plattner's head. It'll be easily 2 and probably 3 on the play as they throw to third, and it gets by Rhodes. Mitchell backing up, though. Good job by Mitchell backing up on the play, because otherwise that would probably be a run.
Yeah, it could very easily been a run. And this is where Collinsworth is not used to pitching, so she good hit by the Aurora girl and put it out there in right field. But she's the one supposed to be backing up third, the pitcher, and she was. But anyway, I mean, she's learning. She's throwing strikes and making Aurora have to hit the button.
That ball hit to right center. Field's going to easily grab it. Play at the plate. I mean, that's a good throw by Fields. It's an RBI sac fly on the play. And it's now 8-7 as Stellwagen has 3 RBIs on the afternoon. I mean, it was up the line, but a good job as I think they appealed it and they called her safe. Thinking maybe she left early, as Abby Williams will come to the plate. Williams 0 for 1. She fouled out in the second. She's also walked. She calls time.
Well, it's just like that. I mean, she's throwing strikes. Aurora has to hit the ball, and then you're letting your players behind you make plays. That's all you can do as a pitcher.
That first pitch is a ball. So counts 1-0. I have to wonder if Rhodes' arm was a little bit tired. There was something that was said as there was pitching change. Almost looked like, as that pitch is inside, so the count's 2-0, that it looked like maybe Rhodes' arm is tired, which it could be. I mean, when you're one of 2 pitchers.
Yeah, and they got a lot of softball to play.
So here comes the 2-0. That's inside, and the count's 3-0. Don't really want to walk her because she would probably steal second. That time would be a second pretty easily as that 3-0 is in there for a strike and the count 3-1. 1 out in the inning.
Callie sitting at third base. Callie Rhodes at third base, getting the sun right down at her. That's a tough spot.
3-1 in the dirt for ball 4. Yeah, this field is kind of situated the exact opposite of Seneca in that it gets later into the day. It's in the third base and shortstop size compared to the first base and second.
There's a lot of hot shots get hit at third base in slow pitch, in fast pitch softball.
Mallory Brogdon comes to the plate. She's 1 for 2. Flow out to right her last time. Is that not sure where that pitch missed, but it was a ball, so the count's 1-0.
I don't either.
Just like yesterday, Darryl, my opinion doesn't matter.
No, yeah. You wonder sometimes, but they got a better view sometimes.
As she does not offer at it, and the pitch is high, so count 2-0. Collinsworth needing to fight now here. She got behind Williams 3-1. It was 3-0 and walked her. Now a 2-0 count on Brogdon. So here comes the 2-0. Long look in by Collinsworth. Pitch hits the inside corner. And the count 2-1. Darryl, this game is just like yesterday's. We're not 4 innings done, and we're almost at 6 o'clock.
I know. We did a few too many errors. We begin to clean it up out here in the infield. Seneca does.
2-1 pitch. Good block by Davis. That one's kind of hard to see because it can kind of sneak in behind the Aurora batter. Good job by her to block it. 3-1 count here on Brogdon. Here comes the 3-1. That pitch hit to Rhodes at third, throws to first, and it's a 5-3 putout. She thought about going to second, but decided for the sure out.
Yeah.
Because at this point, you're just worried about outs.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been a very close play second. You're not going to turn 2. And so get the sure out, and then let's get this girl out at the home plate.
As Lily Marks comes to the plate, she's been hit by a pitch, and she has also struck out. So here comes the first pitch. That pitch is popped a mile high. Rhodes going to fight for it, and it not caught just past the Aurora dugout. 0-1 the count.
Good hustle by Callie.
To make it interesting.
Yeah, just have a chance.
So 0-1 the count. If you're Seneca, you want to end this inning with the lead somehow.
Yeah, I'd like to have a chance to end it and have a chance to, put some more on at the top of the next inning. They've scored 2 to 3 runs. And
that 0-1 pitch is high, so the count 1-1. Now Seneca's had base runners in every inning. Scored 4 in the first, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth. Runners at first and second with 1 out in the second and hit into a double play. Rhodes, 1 hop, throws to first in time, and that will end the inning. For Aurora, 1 run in the inning on 1 base hit. There were no errors, and they strand 1. 4 in the books here in Aurora. Seneca up 8-7 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Ready to buy your dream home? Look no further than First Community Bank's Mortgage Department. Our experienced team is here to help you every step of the way, from pre-approval to closing. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and personalized service, we'll make sure your home buying process is a breeze. Visit First Community Bank today and let us help make your dream home a reality. First Community Bank, where community comes first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Free will. Sometimes it can get us into trouble.
Oh, yes, there's pleasure in sin for a short time, but it's soon over. The hangover comes, and there's nothing you can do about it.
But is there a way to avoid the hangover? Well, Billy Graham has the answer.
You've got to make a choice. A life of surrender to Christ as Lord and Savior, or a life in which you surrender to yourself. Which will it be? Choose Christ, and there'll never be a hangover except joy and peace
Now, you can't change your past, but you can determine your destiny by deciding for Christ. He died on the cross so that all the sins you've ever committed, all the things you've ever done wrong, are forgiven.
Learn how you can experience forgiveness from a loving God. Go to findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Ashton Landon starts off the inning with a ground out, and now Plattner will come to the plate. Swing, or no, doesn't swing. That pitches the ball. So counts 1-0. She's 1 for 2. She singled in the second, grounded out in the third. So here comes the 1-0. That pitch outside as well. So the count now 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, they tried to. She's a slap hitter, tries to hit it on the run, and you know the pitcher's trying to throw it outside plate, make her stay in the box a little longer.
That 2-0 is in there for a strike. So the count now 2-1. Everett at the Neosho Daily News. Wish the Seneca Indians good luck. So we're here in the 5th. Here comes the 2-1. That ball is popped foul. Back to the screen, and the count 2-2. So Brogdon has worked it from 2-0 to 2-2.
I think shortstop third's in quite a ways. I mean, she could just slap it over the top of him like she did the other night.
So here comes the 2-2. And she just gets a piece of it to stay alive. And get another pitch. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. She can find her way on for the top of the order. Fields is 3 for 3 with 3 singles. That pitch is in there for a called strike 3. It's only the 3rd strikeout of the game for Brogdon, as now you get to the top of the order in Callie Fields, who's a perfect 3 for 3 with 3 singles.
I'm laughing up here because Ben's fighting a fly flying around. The door's open and the window's open. We're still fighting flies up here. Let's see if Callie can hit one. Yeah, she's been hitting the ball solid.
That first pitch is low and outside, so the count's 1-0. That fly is going to be the bane of my existence. 1-0 the count here on Fields. Comes the 1-0. That ball is knocked foul. First baseman can't quite make a play as it goes into the Seneca dugout.
A good effort.
As count now 1-1. That was Mork that had that good effort over there.
Yes, it was. She ran a long way just to make sure.
1-1 the count, 2 outs here in the inning. Comes the 1-1. And that pitch is outside. So the count's 2-1. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th.
This when you should be licking your chops here. You don't want to go 3-1. There it is.
2-1 through to third. And Stellwagen grabs it for out number 3. That might be the first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. We're 4.5 done. 8-7 Seneca here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is your touchstone energy partner.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
And we welcome you back as we hit the Bottom of the fifth, it will be 8, 9, and 1 due up for Aurora here. As Kenzie Morgan will lead off, Case Parnell bats second, and then Aubrey Simpson, top of the order, will bat third as Callie Rhodes comes back in here in the fifth. Daryl Collinsworth was kind of a change of pace and did a good job of settling things down. She only gave up 1 run in her, basically came in the second with nobody out, so 3 innings of work. Second, third, and fourth.
Yeah, you got to, like I said, you got to throw strikes.
Morgan walked in the second, grounded out to third in the third. As here comes the first pitch. That pitch is knocked foul. Count on 1. Coach Allie Stolte kind of ducking out of the way over there.
Well, that was a sharp hit back to the dugout.
0-1 the count. Here comes an 0-1 pitch from Rhodes. That's in the dirt. I guess we made this comment yesterday. It's not really dirt anymore, but the brown stuff.
I imagine it'll be dirt as long as I'm calling the game, I guess.
1-1 the count. Here comes the 1-1. That's inside. Count 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 the count. You have to wonder how much of a leash they will give Rhodes here, as that pitch is outside. The count's 3-1 if she can't throw strikes.
You got to, you got to throw strikes.
Because Collinsworth was throwing strikes, so you have to think if she walks another 1 or 2, she may be pulled again.
She might be.
Comes a 3-1. That one's over for a strike, and the count's full at 3-2. Full count here on Morgan. Walked her first time against Rhodes, grounded out against Collinsworth. 3-2, hit on a hop to Stelz, and Stelz going to make the easy play of tagging the runner for out number 1, rather than go back to the bag.
Yeah, like Ashton Landon did earlier. I kept thinking, just turn around and tag her. If she runs around you, she's out.
As Case Parnell will come to the plate here.
Okay, we got 1, Callie. That's good.
She has singled in the second and reached on an error in the third. Pitch is inside. Counts 1-0. It was really one big inning for Aurora that second, where they got 6 runs, 3 hits. There was also 4 walks and a hit by pitch in that inning.
Yeah,
talk about snowballing, and that's what happened that inning.
Right. Everything could go wrong did.
1-0 is foul ticked at the plate. So the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Davis getting her work in, having to go back and get those foul balls.
It's a long ways back there, too. Of course, this is a baseball/softball field.
Yeah,
they use them for both, like Seneca.
And they also have a ton of foul territory. I
they
think
do.
Seneca's backstop isn't as deep.
Maybe not as deep.
That
You're right.
1-1 is inside. So the count's 2-1, but they both have a ton of foul territory. Baseball-wise, Seneca's park is deeper, but softball-wise, they're all pretty much the same. So here comes the 2-1. That's in there for a strike. Counts 2-2. New Mac Electric, Prater's Pharmacy, ProLube Maintenance Center, Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, all sponsoring the broadcast. So here comes the 2-2 from Rhodes. And it hits her. I think that's the 3rd hit by pitch by Rhodes here this afternoon. I know she hit Simpson, and she hit somebody else in that long second. She hit Marks. As Simpson comes to the plate, Simpson is 1 for 1, but she's reached all base 3 times. She singled in the third, walked in the second, and was hit by a pitch in the first. Right now, that sun is, like you said, directly in the eyes of the left side of the infield. Must have been a little bit high. It looked like the umpire was about ready to call a strike, and he changed his mind.
Kind of looked like he did.
So the count's 1-0. Tying run at first. Pitch is in there for a strike. Count 1-1. It's also in the eyes of Rhodes a little bit because she's having to shield her eyes just to see her
wristband.
Yeah.
Ashton's kind of up, looking for a bunt possibly from Landon from third base.
The 1-1 is in there for a strike, and the count's 1-2. Well, Simpson's a fast runner, so if you're going to have any opportunity to get her, you're going to have to get it off that first hop.
Mm-hmm.
If it bounces twice, she's going to be safe. 1-2 the count here on Simpson. Here comes the 1-2. That's outside. Runner takes off for second without a throw. So stealing second on the play is Parnell. Counts 2-2. So that tying run now is at second base. So here comes the 2-2. That's good block by Davis as the count's now full. 3-2 as Simpson has worked it from 1-2 to 3-2.
Yeah, you got to throw strikes. And she has struggled more than anyone. Anytime I've ever seen her, she's struggling tonight.
So here comes the full count pitch. That pitch is laced foul. So we'll do it again. This count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. If you're Aurora, this is the part of the order you want up with runners in scoring position. It's the top of the order. Simpson and Lauer. And that pitch is outside for ball 4. Runner will be at third. See if Simpson going to take second, and Simpson going to take second without a throw.
Yeah.
Seneca not paying that close attention to her, and she takes second and it takes advantage. Runners at second and third, 1 out for Bailey Lauer.
Next catcher number 23, Bailey Lauer.
Lauer is 0 for 2. She reached in the second on a walk. Hit into fielder's choice in the third and struck out in the first. First pitch is swung on and missed. Counts 0-1. Mork's on deck. She's 1 for 3. She tripled in the fourth. Seneca, you're looking for a strikeout here. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's what you're looking for. So that pitch is high for a ball. So counts 1-1. So here comes the 1-1 from Rhodes. That's swung on and missed. Count 1-2. If you could do that one more time, you'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, it'd be a big out.
One out here in the inning. Here comes a 1-2. That's high, so the count 2-2. Trying to change the eyesight a little bit, see if she would swing at it. She did not. So the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count, and she steps out. As head coach Ali Stolte gonna talk to the home plate umpire. I'm not sure what about. Are they wondering what the count is? Count's 2-2, so that's not a problem. Wondering about stepping out of the batter's box, potentially. 2-2 the count here on Lauer. Here comes the 2-2. That's just foul ticked at the plate. She gets a piece to stay alive.
9-2.
2-2 the count. As Rhodes going to step off the mound for a minute. Now gets back on. So here comes another 2-2 pitch. 2-2. It's low. Counts full. First base is open, but you don't really want to load the bases. For Mork. Got to find a way to get it out. Comes the full count pitch, and that's inside for ball 4. 2 walks and a hit by pitch as the base is loaded for Avery Mork. Mork tripled her last time. She's also grounded out and fouled out, both to Stelz at first. Stelz can get it. She can throw home for 1. Seneca playing the infield in.
Yeah, you got to get that out at home plate.
Here comes the first pitch. That one is fouled off, so the count no balls and a strike. You had a 1-2 count on Lauer and you lost her. 0-1 the count. 1 out here in the inning. Seneca playing for the out at home. That ball is blooped in the air, and the runner is going to go home as the fielder's choice allows the tying run to come in and score.
Yeah, that's all you could do on that one.
Everybody else advances a bag.
This is the girl that's, I think, she's had RBIs.
Yes, she has 3.
Yeah.
She has 1 for 3. She has singled in the second, grounded out in the first, and flew out to center. She had a 2 RBI single in the second, and then had an RBI sac fly in the fourth. And 1 the count here on Stellwagen. High and outside, so the count is 1-1. Got runners at second and third. You do have a base open, but obviously you don't really want to load the bases. Again, Darryl, as here comes the 1-1. Pitch is high, count 2-1. I mean, Seneca not making them work. The run that came in and scored was a hit by pitch. Runners are at second and third are via walks.
Via walks, yeah. You're not making Aurora earn anything. 2 strikes.
2-1 the count. 2-1 is spoiled foul back to the backstop. The count 2-2. See if Rhodes can get one over the plate here. It's 2-2 the count. Here comes the 2-2. That's low for ball 3. It's not a bad place to miss.
Maybe if the count 1-2, not 2-2. Now you got it at 3-2.
Abby Williams is on deck. That pitch is fouled off at the plate. Hit Stellwagen. I don't know that it really hit Davis. Davis does not seem to be any worse for wear.
Nah.
2-2 the count. 3-2 the count.
Yeah, 3-2.
2 outs. Runners on second and third. As here comes a full count pitch one more time. That's high for ball 4. Bases are loaded. They thought they had it. Now they're going to send the runner home. The runner is going to be safe at home plate. As they threw behind the runner did not realize that it was not a force. That's going to be an E2. As the run comes in and scores, and runners will be at first and third here as Abby Williams comes to the plate. Are we going to have a pinch runner? We are. I don't have a lineup in front of me.
No batting, shortstop.
We have a pinch runner. It's number 2. As
Mackenzie Malott
is going
the
to
pinch
pinch
runner
run
on first base.
at first base.
Yep.
So runners at first and third for Abby Williams, who has walked, fouled out, and walked.
You might have a play at third base, but when you throw it down there, third baseman is looking right in the sun.
That pitch gets by Davis. Play at the plate. She is out!
Oh.
What a play by Callie Rhodes. It's a 2-1 put out, and that will end the inning. As they're going to talk to the home plate umpire, but I don't think anything will be changed by that call. 2 runs in the inning on no base hits. There were no errors, and they strand 1. 5 in the books here in Aurora. It is 9-8 Aurora here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Baseball card collecting can result in a great dividend. That's if you invest in the right cards. Often, their true value isn't realized until years later. So if you get rid of them too soon, you could be throwing treasure in the trash. We make the same mistake if we don't realize our worth and tend to throw ourselves away by making bad choices. But you are worth so much to Jesus. Learn why. Call 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us live at needhim.org.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
Maddie Collinsworth to lead off the 6th here for Seneca. It'll be 2, 3, and 4. Collinsworth, Rhodes, and Mitchell. The 3 due up. Here against Brogdon, the 2nd and the 5th, Seneca did not score as Collinsworth does not offer at it. Counts 1-0. Checked her swing there. Here comes the 1-0. That's inside, maybe low. Counts 2-0. Seneca's going to do some damage. It's got to be now. Collinsworth 2 for 3. Rhodes 1 for 3. Mitchell 2 for 3. So that 2-0 is high, and the count's 3-0. Collinsworth probably taking the entire way on a 3-0 count.
I would imagine, yes.
Make her
Base
throw
runners
strike.
time.
Well, I was wrong. That pitch blooped in the air. The right fielder going to grab it for out number 1. Wasn't a bad pitch to swing at. As Rhodes comes to the plate, she's got a 2-run home run to her credit in the first, and she's grounded out twice. A home run would tie it if she would be able to hit one here. So that first pitch hits the outside corner. Counts 0-1. If Seneca going to start a rally, I think it's got to be now.
Got to be now. I'll start it with Callie right here, see if she can't get something going.
One pitch is laced down that right field line, and it's curving foul. Count 0-2. Campbell Bettlecombe Funeral Home, Big Nickel, Missouri Southern State University, Prairie Top Chiropractic. All sponsoring the broadcast as the count's 0-2. Collinsworth needs to, not Collinsworth, it's Rhodes at the plate. Rhodes needs to find a way to stay alive with an 0-2 count. 1 out here. Kind of surprised Collinsworth swung out a 3-0 pitch.
Yeah.
0-2 pitch is hit in the air to left
That's
center
deep.
field and deep, and it's up against the fence. And she's going to hustle in there with a 1-out double. That one hit the fence on the fly. Mitchell's 2 for 3, 2 singles and reached on an error. Langford Insurance, Dairy Queen of Seneca, First Community Bank, all sponsoring the broadcast. So tying run is at second. There is a big gap up the middle. They are shading Mitchell to pull extremely. So that first pitch is a ball. Not only is the shortstop playing her to pull, so is Simpson out there in center field. If you could somehow hit it to right center, you could run for a while. So here comes the 1-0. Pitch is in there for a strike. The count's 1-1. Mitchell and Hancock. Mitchell's 2 for 3, but has reached base all 3 times. Hancock 2 for 3 as well. Does not offer at the pitch, and it's outside for a ball. Counts 2-1.
It surprised me that they're shading her this far left and still trying to pitch it outside.
So here comes the 2-1. That pitch must have been a little bit low, and the count's 3-1. People's Bank of Seneca, Crowder College, Christian Healthcare Ministry, Seneca School District, all sponsoring the broadcast. 3-1 the count here on Mitchell. Shortstop having to cover her eyes with her glove to.
Yeah, it's brutal out there right now, you can tell.
So that pitch just swung on and missed as Brogdon took a little bit off, and the count's full, 3-2. Full count here. 1 out in the 6th, tying run at second base. And she does not offer, but it hits the outside corner for a called strike 3, and there are 2 gone. Cordy Hancock comes to the plate, singled her first 2 times, struck out in the 4th. Aurora will have 5, 6, 7 due up in their half of the 6th. So that pitch is outside for a ball. One and 0 the count here on Hancock. Comes the 1-0. Hits the outside corner, and the count's 1-1. Southwest Missouri Bank, Neosho Daily News, Marine Center Incorporated, Community Bank and Trust, all sponsoring the broadcast. Here comes the 1-1. That pitch is off the first baseman's glove and safe at first base. They did a good job of making sure that Rhodes not able to score, but the inning will continue for Rayleigh Davis, who's 0 for 1, a sac bunt, and a walk to her credit. If it shot a little bit further away, Rhodes may have tried to score.
Yeah. Let's see if Rayleigh can hit one. Just hit one this time. Rayleigh, get her in.
First pitch is nubbed down the third baseline, foul. Counts 0-1. No EC that time.
No. Just fielded it clean. Coach did.
Count 0-1. Hancock's got a pretty good secondary lead out there. Here comes the 0-1. Popped in the air to right. Right fielder does not have to move that far, and that will end the inning. For Seneca, no runs, 1 hit. There was an error, and they strand 2. 5.5 in the books. It is 9-8 Aurora here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Prater's Pharmacy in Seneca is a proud supporter of the Seneca Indians. The pharmacy is open from 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and from 9 to 1 on Saturday. They offer an automatic refill program and internet refill service online at praterspharmacy.com and through their mobile apps. They also have a drive-through window. Prater's Pharmacy at 1711 Cherokee in Seneca, 417-776-8701. Go Indians!
Seneca Indian Athletics is sponsored by Prairie Top Chiropractic. Located at 4556 Quince Road in Seneca, chiropractic physician Seth Wilson offers chiropractic services to Seneca and the surrounding areas. For appointment information, their phone number is 417-776-4556 or discover more at facebook.com/Prairie Top Chiropractic. Prairie Top Chiropractic, where their slogan is Better Health, Better You.
5-6-7 due up for Aurora here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Abby Williams, Mallory Brogdon, and Lily Marks are the 3 due up here against Callie Rhodes. For Seneca, you got to try and keep this to a 1-run game heading into the bottom of the heading into the top of the 7th.
Yeah, just give yourself a chance. You got to throw strikes here and make plays behind her.
That first pitch is a ball. Counts 1-0. Williams has walked twice and fouled out. She was at the... As here comes the 1-0. That's high and outside. Count 2-0. She was at the plate when the inning ended on the passed ball, wild pitch that did not go far enough away from Davis.
Yeah.
2-0 the count. Here comes the 2-0. That's in there for a strike, and the count's 2-1. Four State Sports Report, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent Josh Dotson, the Osher Area Chamber of Commerce, sponsoring the broadcast here this afternoon. 2-1 the count here on Williams. Here comes the 2-1. That's shot foul down the first base line. Count 2-2. Guess who's wearing sunglasses now?
Yeah. Wonder whether she got them.
So
Well, you know, it's brutal. Look how long those shadows are right now.
It's the whole left side wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, it's
the 2-2 is high. Counts 3-2. Rhodes having a hard time finding the strike zone here today.
Yeah.
Counts full. Here comes the 3-2. That pitch is hit to King, and she snow cones it for out number 1.
Good play by Jolie King that time. I think she stretched as far as she could stretch and just got it. Yeah, you're right, Ben. Snow coned it. I mean, just caught it right at the top of her glove that time. That's a good thing to get the first out. Let's see if we can't continue this and get back to the lineup. Get back to the top of the inning so we can see if we can score a run.
You talk about Rhodes' struggles as that first pitch is a ball. Counts 1-0. 6 walks.
Yeah.
3 hit by pitches.
Yeah. This is the worst she's struggled on the mound. There's no doubt about that. And there's nobody more upset than she is. She wants to play her best every time.
That 1-0 pitch hits the outside corner, so the count's 1-1. Keep up on the latest Seneca broadcast ball game schedule. Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/KNEO Radio. Follow us on X, Twitter, at KNEO917 Sports. Comes the 1-1. That's high and outside, and the count's 2-1. How big that first out is, too, is that leaves a insurance run off the board for Aurora. 2-1 the count. Here comes the 2-1. That pitch is nubbed down the first base line, and it's going to stay foul. So the count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the inning. Seneca will have 7, 8, 9 due up in their half of the inning in the 7th. 2-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. That's a big out there.
Yeah.
That is only the second strikeout for Callie, as Lily Marks will come to the plate. Seneca will have 7, 8, 9 in their half of the inning, and you have to think you need to keep it at 1 run as that pitch is inside for a ball, so counts 1-0. Seneca is at home against Nevada on Thursday. And Seneca football at home on Friday against Monette. Comes the 1-0. Does not offer at it, and the pitch is low, so counts 2-0. Love a 1-2-3 inning here, because if you can somehow get this to the bottom of the 7th and have a 1-2-3 inning, they would have 8, 9, and 1. Try and avoid.
Well, you got to score a couple runs to get.
Yeah. So the 2-0 pitch is high and outside. So the count's now 3-0. Rhodes frustrated with herself.
Yeah.
Takes off her mask for a minute.
Yeah, like I said, there's nobody more disappointed and frustrated than she is right now. She's very hard on herself. But she knows that, she's the one that has to be there right now.
So here comes the 3-0. That's over for a strike. Counts 3-1. If you were Marks, would you take 3-1 too?
Probably. I mean, just the way Callie's been struggling. I mean, if it's over the plate, hit it.
So here comes the 3-1. It's over the plate, and she swings and misses, and the count's full at 3-2. So Rhodes has worked it from 3-0 to 3-2.
Just throw another one. Make her have to earn her way on. That's been the problem today.
So here comes the full count pitch, and that's swung on and missed for strike 3. Seneca has their first 1-2-3 inning. They need 1 run to send it to a bottom of the 7th inning. Seneca down 9-8 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
A proud backer of the Seneca Indians is Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca. Located at 1101 Cherokee, they are honored to serve the area with traditional service options including church and graveside services. They also have prearranged funeral plans. For more information, the phone number for Funeral Director Mike Steele at Campbell Biddlecombe Funeral Home of Seneca is 417-776-2251 or online campbell-biddlecomefh.com.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Seneca, located at 308 Washington, open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Proud to support the Seneca Indians.
And we welcome you back as Jolie King will start off the 7th here for Seneca. Seneca needs 1 run to extend the ball game as King takes a pitch inside for a ball. Counts 1-0. King, Lannon, and Plattner are the 3 due up. King 0 for 3. Lannon 0 for 3 with an error, reached on an error. Plattner 1 for 3. As that pitch is fouled off at the plate, so the count 1-1.
You need base runners right now at the premium.
If you're Aurora, you don't want to get to the top of the order because Callie Fields is 3 for 4. 1-1 is outside. Count now 2-1. You don't care how you get base runners. You just want base runners.
Yeah. If you're going to score runs, this is the last chance you can do, the 7, 8, and 9 hitter.
2-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and the count now 2-2. One of Lannon's out was a deep fly out to right center.
She hit it good. It's just the center fielder made a great play.
That ball hit in the hole, and it gets past the shortstop. A leadoff single for Jolie King. Now Ashton Lannon comes to the plate. I know you're probably looking for more than 1 run, but do you bunt here?
Well, this might be a bunt situation. I know you're looking for more runs, but this may be a bunt situation. Just make sure to get Jolie over to, try to get Jolie over there to second base. Maybe she can score on a single. We'll find out.
That first pitch is high for a ball, so counts 1-0. They're not anticipating anything. If you could lay one down, you'll probably be safe at first.
Yeah, you got to get down there. You got to lay one down first, but
so here comes
surprising.
The 1-0. Swung on and missed. Off-speed pitch, and the count's 1-1. Unless Lannon or Plattner hits into a double play, what this does is guarantee Callie Fields an at-bat.
Yeah. We need to get another one on here.
So that pitch is swung on and missed, and the count 1-2.
Yeah. She's got a battle up there. Come on. Put the bat on the ball. Make them have to get you out. Put the bat on the ball.
Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed, and the runner going to steal second, and she's in there safely. So a stolen base. It's a strikeout, but King takes second.
That's number 1, Kesley Plattner.
As Plattner comes to the plate, she singled in the second. Pitch is outside, so count 1-0. With the third base side playing in, would you almost try and hit one to first potentially and see if you can beat her?
Maybe get second. I don't know.
Well, that may work. That's in there, and she is safe at first base. Runners are at first and third. Just hit one into the ground.
Yeah.
And runners are at first and third for Callie Fields.
It didn't go 5 feet, but that's all she needed to get down there. Plattner's very quick. And she may looking at
hit and run?
I don't know. You may look at letting the first one go by just to get Plattner to second. Have two girls on.
Again, they are shading her towards. So that first pitch is in there for strikes. The count's 0-1. They are shading her to left center again.
I couldn't believe Plattner didn't take off that time. Maybe coach is not wanting to
run into an out.
Yeah.
Comes the 0-1. That's outside, and the count's 1-1. Tying run is at third base. Go-ahead run is at first base. Callie Fields is at the plate. Comes the 1-1. That's outside, and Plattner.
Oh, yeah. She reached way out there to grab it.
Steals second without a throw. So runners at second and third now, so the go-ahead run is at second. 2-1 the count. That pitch is outside, so the count's 3-1. Almost, I think loading the bases wouldn't necessarily be a terrible play just because you potentially could get a double play out of it. 3-1 the count on Fields. That's inside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Maddie Collinsworth. Collinsworth 2 for 4, 2 singles, a strikeout and a flyout. It's got to be deep enough for King to tag. King does have good speed over there at third base.
Yes, she does. They're all good at speed here on the base.
So that first pitch is swung on and missed, so the count 0-1. The big thing here is make sure you don't hit into a double play because look who's on deck.
Yeah, I know. Put the bat on the ball. Put the bat on the ball and see what happens.
A one pitch hit to third. They throw home for 1, and that's all they get.
Okay.
It's
That's all right.
5-2 put out. The fielder's choice still has the bases loaded for Callie Rhodes. Rhodes, a 2-run home run, a double her last time. She's also grounded out twice, and I think they're going to have a conversation about how to throw to her.
Well, there's no place to put her, and Callie's going to be
chomping at the bit.
Yeah, exactly. She's going to be chomping at the bit, look like a racehorse inside a cage, just raring to go. And
But
she's
you
just going to
can't-
have to calm herself down.
I was going to say, you can't be too eager in this situation, though.
Oh yeah, she that's. Try to tell her that. Try to tell someone like that who just can't wait to swing at this ball, and the base is loaded. You can't ask for a better scenario from Seneca right now.
Base is full of Lady Indians, and the Lady Indians' best hitter is at the plate.
Yeah, best power hitter.
With 2 outs here in the 7th. Comes the first pitch. Outside for a ball. Counts 1-0.
And, I don't know. They may try to walk her and try to win it in the bottom of the 7th. It may be the best thing for them. I don't know.
So here comes the 1-0. That's low. And the count's 2-0.
Yeah. You may not give her anything to hit.
Sometimes the problem with that scenario is the person behind them will burn you.
Yeah, that's true.
2-0 is outside, and the count now 3-0.
Yeah, let's say that you might take your chances of the one behind you and win it in the bottom of the 7th rather than to try to throw this one over the plate.
Yeah, Mitchell has had a good day, though, at the plate. She's 2 for 4. That ball is roped in there to right field. It's going to fall. 1 run going to come in and score. They're going to send the go-ahead run in. Runners will be at first and third. One of the few hitters that you give the green light to on a 3-0 count.
3-0 count. You wouldn't let anybody have a swing at 3-0 with the bases loaded. Except for Callie Rhodes.
And it just dumped in front of the right fielder, and Seneca now a 10-9 lead. As McKaylee Mitchell comes to the plate.
And she's been swinging about good.
She's 2 for 4 today as Rhodes trying to draw a throw, and they're just going to say have first or second base. Runners will be at second and third, 1-0 the count. That ball hit to third, throws to first. It's going to bounce, and the first baseman cannot grab it. 2 runs will come in and score on the play on the E5. Seneca tacks on 2 more. Daryl, I was just going to say how big those 2 more runs would be for Seneca.
Yeah, should be up, 12-9?
12-9. As Cordy Hancock comes to the plate, she's 2 for 4. She reached base last time on an error. So that pitch is high and outside, so the count's 1-0. I think you need as much wiggle room as possible heading to the bottom of the 7th when they have 8, 9, and 1.
Well, you would like to, get a few more in, but
so here comes the 1-0. That pitch is fouled out of play, and the count 1-1. 4 runs in the inning for Seneca. So here comes the 1-1. That pitch is popped in the air. Second baseman able to snow cone it and grab it for out number 3. For Seneca in the inning, 4 runs on 2 base hits. There was an error and they strand 2. We head to the bottom of the 7th. 12-9 Seneca here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
Do you believe there's no such thing as absolute truth? If you say yes, then you are making an absolute statement. We believe that unchanging moral truth does exist. It comes from God, who loves you and gives it for your good. In fact, He went so far as to die for you and offer you forgiveness you cannot otherwise find. We want to help you learn the truth about heaven and what it means to have a personal relationship with Jesus. Call or text us at 888-NEED-HIM to learn more.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Happy Egg supports the family farmer because they've seen the difference a choice like this can make. Now you can grow for Happy Egg and choose to raise hens the right way, the happy way. When you grow for Happy Egg, you're growing for a family-owned and operated business. You're raising happy hens on 10-plus acres who will lay happy eggs. You're working for yourself. As a Happy Egg grower, you'll receive new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Visit happyegg.com/grower to apply today.
And we welcome you back. Aurora has 8, 9, and 1 due up here in the bottom of the 7th. Kenzie Morgan, Case Parnell, and the top of the order, and Aubrey Simpson. If you're Seneca, you not only A, throw strikes, but B, make them earn it at the plate. You think about the 6th, a line out and 2 strikeouts. The 5th, when they scored 2 runs to take the lead at that point, so that first pitch is outside for a ball. There was 3 walks and a hit by pitch in that inning.
The name of the game is throw strikes and make Aurora earn the. If they're going to beat you, make them beat you. But
the 1-0 pitch is inside, and the count's 2-0.
They have shown that they struggle if you throw strikes, and they've got a base hit or two. There's no doubt about that. But if you throw strikes, make them have to earn it, they have a hard time doing that.
Comes the 2-0. Hits the outside corner. The count 2-1. Morgan 0 for 2. She has walked once. She has grounded out twice.
And there's no need with trying to fool them on anything. Throw strikes.
The 2-1, and that hits the outside corner. She works it from 2-0 to 2-2.
Just go get her. That's like I said. I'm going to the refs or the fans down there. Just throw it.
2-2 the count. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That's her 3rd straight strikeout across 2 innings.
Well, okay, here you go. There's one. You got 2 more to go.
And that's her 4th strikeout of the game. Collinsworth also has a strikeout this afternoon. Collinsworth did a good job in the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th.
Yes.
Came in relief in the 2nd, slowed the damage as Case Parnell comes to the plate, swings and misses, so the count's 0-1. She did not allow a run. I mean, she inherited runners and allowed some runs in that inning, but she did not allow a run herself in that inning, and then only allowed 1 run over her 3 innings. A 1 pitch is inside, so the count 1-1.
Yeah, Maddie Collinsworth did a good job coming in pitching, trying to settle things, throwing strikes, and have to make Aurora hit it.
And she's, at least from what I can see, because I've seen her pitch 3 times now, she's building more and more confidence every time she's been out on the mound, as that pitch is spoiled foul, so the count 1-2. She's getting more and more confidence the more and more she's pitching.
Yeah, exactly. And the more and more you get out there, the more comfortable you get out there, and you're throwing strikes and understand, let the girls make plays behind you, and that's what Callie Rhodes has got to do right now. Quit trying to overpower anything. Throw strikes and make Aurora have to beat you.
Case Parnell has a 1-2 count on here. Here comes the 1-2. It's in the air, and Rhodes able to get back and grab it for out number 2, just behind the circle. That was almost no woman's land, as it was almost dunked in behind Rhodes and in front of King and Hancock. 2 outs now for Aubrey Simpson.
You know how hard it is to run backwards and catch one, and that's what Callie Rhodes did that time. I thought it was over her head. But
I did too. Simpson has been on base every time she's been up as that pitch hits the outside corner. Count 0-1. She is 1 for 1, but she has walked twice and been hit by a pitch once. So she has reached base all 4 times she's been up.
She's a leadoff hitter for a reason, and you've got to throw it to her, and you got to make her hit the ball.
So the 0-1 pitch almost hit her as she lifted her foot up.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of dodged out of the way. I mean, Aurora needs base runners.
Now you need 2 base runners to even have an opportunity to tie the game with a 3-run home run.
She's quick enough. She just lays, popping down third base line or shortstop. She cannot run it.
1-1 pitch is hit to Rhodes at the play or at pitcher's mound. Throws to first in time, and that will end the ball game. It was a 1-2-3 bottom of the 7th. Seneca improves to 3-9 overall, and 2-1 in the Big 8 play. Aurora falls to 2-10 overall, 0-3 in Big 8 play. We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout, come back with the postgame show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District, after this quick break here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
It's easy to go through seasons of life taking things for granted and thinking it'll all work out. However, when life is disrupted, we start thinking more intentionally. Like the people we care about, they're even more important. But only one thing offers us peace that lasts for eternity, and that's knowing Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. If you want to learn more about what Jesus Christ did for you, or how to have a personal relationship with Him and find eternal peace, call or text us at 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us at chataboutjesus.com.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
The Seneca R7 School District is proud to support the student athletes and coaches competing in this game. High school activities help students learn life values such as hard work, dedication, and teamwork. The Seneca R7 School District is honored to serve such a great community and wants to thank all the Indian fans for their great support. The Seneca R7 School District, tradition, pride, class.
And we welcome you back. The post-game show sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. Seneca picks up a 12-9 victory. Darryl, we talk about hitting the ball. Seneca 12 runs, 13 hits. So they did a good job there of hitting the softball. Once again, they're getting their hits. It's just trying to get those timely hits sometimes. Callie Rhodes, 5 RBIs on the afternoon.
Well, you've got to put the bat, we talk about this all the time, put the bat on the ball and make the other team have to get you out and put pressure on the defense. And that's what, we as a pitcher, that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're throwing strikes, make the other team have to earn it. And that's what I say. Neither team played their best today. And it was just tough, and I'm glad, Seneca came out on top today. And like I said, if you win and ugly, this is what this was. It was just a win, and it was an ugly win, but, hey, W's a W. As a coach, you're glad to have them.
Yeah, Aurora 4 errors on the afternoon, and Seneca stranded 9. On the flip side, Aurora 9 runs on only 5 hits. Seneca only had 1 error. They left 7. I did not tally up the walks, but walks and hit batters are the things that killed Seneca in that game.
Yeah, I mean, Callie Rhodes struggled there in the second inning. Collinsworth came in, settled everything down, did a great job, throwing strikes and making Aurora have to hit the ball, okay? And then you change the speed again. Callie Rhodes comes in, and she blanks them last 2 innings. She did a great job, settled everything down, got it done.
And you think about it, well, actually it was the last 3 innings because Rhodes pitched the first, started the second, but did not get an out in the second. So Collinsworth had all 3 outs in the second, third, fourth, and then Rhodes came back in the 5th. Yep. So Rhodes gets the win, pitching the 1st, 5th, 6th, 7th, and Collinsworth gets the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And it just seems like the confidence is building in Maddie Collinsworth every time she takes the mound.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%, and I do believe Callie Rhodes made all 3 outs there in the last inning. Struck the girl out, caught the pop-up, and then threw the girl out at first base.
Yeah. Our next Seneca broadcast will be Thursday afternoon as Seneca will play against Nevada at home. That will be an online-only broadcast. Seneca and Nevada, 4:30 first pitch. 4:10 airtime from Seneca. For Coach Darryl Harbaugh, I'm Ben Wolcott saying so long here from Aurora. 12-9 your final score. The postgame show one more time sponsored by Crowder College and the Seneca School District. We thank you so much for watching high school softball here on the KNEO and Seneca Indian Sports Network.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.